Hello and a very good morning again, everyone. Welcome back to today's market outlook with me, Edmund. And over the last 4 market days, the markets has given us a lot of good trades and a lot of handsome profits. As the US dollar was strengthening on a Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and towards Wednesday evening at about 8 p.m., the US dollar weakened. And for yesterday, the US dollar also weakened all the way until these support levels before finding some support and also having a decent recovery towards the end of the US trading markets yesterday. Okay, so US dollar strengthening, and we see the UK pound weakening all the way from 7 p.m. yesterday, 1.3024 all the way to a low of 1.2774. The UK pound weakened another 250 pips just yesterday. Okay, so the UK pound has been on a bearish run since the 1st of September, all the way from a high of 1.3468 and punching down to a low of, here we go, 1.2772. About all the way down from here, 1st of September, 1.3470 all the way down to 1.2769. The UK pound has moved down 700 pips in about since the 1st of September. So today is the 11th of September. There's about 10 days in total. And in terms of market days, it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 market days. Okay, so 8 market days, it has moved down about 700 pips. So so that was the US dollar and also the UK pound. Let us move on to back to the back to the news and economic calendar before we come back to analyze in detail on the technical charts. So for today, economic calendar wise is mostly focused towards the towards the Eurozone and also towards the UK. At 2 p.m., we will be having the German final consumer price index data. And at 2 p.m. again, but this time from the UK, we will be having the monthly gross domestic product and also the monthly industrial production and manufacturing production numbers. Towards 4 p.m., we will be having Italy's quarterly unemployment rate data. And towards 4:30 p.m., we will be having consumer inflation expectations from the UK. So towards the US tonight, there's only the core CPI data and also consumer price index numbers coming in at 8:30 p.m. So again, a quick look on the fundamental news happening over the last 24 hours. Again, just now we saw the US dollar initially weakening at the beginning of the Asian trading sessions over here, and also pushing down all the way until the UK trading sessions. Okay, so weakening all the way down to these support levels again, and then after at about 10 p.m. yesterday, local Singapore and Malaysia time, the US dollar manages a very strong recovery and closes marginally higher. Okay, so for yesterday, we also had the European Central Bank's monetary policy statement released at 7:45 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time yesterday. So in the lead up towards this 7:45 p.m. announcement, here we go, 7:45 p.m. yesterday, Thursday, September 10, at the monetary policy statement and also the press conference. In the lead up towards this event, we do see the euro dollar strengthening as early as 8 a.m. local Malaysia and Singapore time, from 1.1799 all the way to a high of about 1.1915. So it went up about the total about 116 pips, and as the monetary policy statement was released, and also as Christine Lagarde was speaking, again we saw in the lead up already went up about 40 pips, and after the statement was released and as Christine Lagarde was giving her comments in the press conference, the euro dollar again moved up from 1.1837 all the way to a high of 1.1916. So it went up about 80 pips before pushing back down at about 10 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time, 1.1906, pushing down all the way to 1.1809, coming down about 97 pips. Okay, so aside from the ECB monetary policy statement, at 7:45 p.m. We also had the US unemployment claims data at 8:30 p.m. So the numbers at 8:30 p.m. Came in at 884,000 US citizens seeking for unemployment claims, which was above market forecast of 838,000. And the previous week's unemployment claims numbers was also revised higher to 884K from 881K originally reported. Okay, so here we go. Here it is, 8:30 p.m. unemployment claims coming in at 884K versus 838K. So the unemployment claims data over here weakened the US dollar for the next 30 minutes or so. However, the rebound back up was very strong, stronger than the move down. Okay, so when you look at the 30-minute charts, okay, here we go. So over here, straight over here at 8:30 p.m. as the data was being released, that was the news. The result was red in color, negative. So the impact theoretically should be down, which it did go down for about 30 minutes and 1 hour. And after that, after having found support, okay, at 92.67 levels at about 9:30 p.m., the US dollar starts to strengthen back up. Okay, so the move up was larger than the move down. So moving on to other developments, over the last 2 weeks, we have been getting news and reports regarding the European Union and UK Brexit negotiations. And every single report since the last 2 weeks, especially since the 1st of September, has been negative. Okay, so that's one of the main reasons why we see the UK pound, number one, starting to break down from the bullish moves over the last in the months of August. And on the 1st of September, the UK pound starts to move down and breaks this uptrend and continues to go down all the way. Okay, so it was no different for several occasions already. Even on the 8th of September, the UK pound moved down about 180 pips on the 8th of September, and again yesterday, on the 10th of September, it moved down from 1.3023 all the way down to a low of 1.2774, went down 250 pips. So so it's today's data coming out at 2 p.m. economic data. I guess it will have some, I would say, medium to low impact on the UK pound. It will probably cause the UK pound to consolidate, maybe have some mild recovery. Okay, so looking at the US dollar index and also the UK pound, if the US dollar index continues to strengthen from yesterday's bullish move, it could be heading towards 93.62 levels again to the upside. So if the if the US dollar index does strengthen, we could see the UK pound coming back down to test these support levels at 1.2770, which is about 47 pips to the downside. If it does weaken further, we could be looking at it to test looking for it to test 1.2730 levels, which is about just about 88 pips to the downside. Okay, but based on looking at the daily candlestick now, there's a chance that it may have some consolidation first. Okay, but currently again, it's a bit difficult to decide where it's going to go. We will only know later on towards 2 to 4 p.m. local Singapore and Malaysia time. Okay, so there's a range for the UK pound to the high side of about 40 pips to the upside. Okay, 1.2862, and also the immediate support levels of 1.2772, which is about 50 pips to the downside, and further down below would be at 1.2730 levels. Okay, so moving on to the euro dollar. Euro dollar again, yesterday we saw a huge move, about 115 pips up, and then after it moved down again about 100 pips down. Okay, so excuse me. So if the US dollar were to strengthen, we could see the euro dollar coming back down to these support levels of 1.1808, which is about 25 pips to the downside. If the move down for the euro dollar is stronger, then it could come down to test these support levels again at 1.1753, which is about 80 pips to the downside. Okay, so if the US dollar if it somehow weakens, then we could be looking at the US dollar pushing up, back up a bit, possibly to these levels, 1.1863, which is about 30 pips to the upside. And the next upside potential will be here, 1.1882, which is about 60 pips to the upside. Okay, so moving on to gold prices. Gold prices yesterday was still on a slightly bullish note. It ended Wednesday on a bullish note, and then it went quiet. And yesterday at about 4 p.m. it started to move off its support levels of 1,942, touched a high of 1,966, moving up $23 before pulling back down again from 1,966 all the way to 1,943 levels again. Okay, so currently this morning, gold prices are looking a bit bullish. Looking a bit bearish, coming down about $11. But then this is still non-conclusive. We will have to wait until the UK and US trading sessions to decide where gold prices will go. Okay. But on the upside, again, we expect yesterday we were looking for, if gold does go up, we were looking for it to go to 1969. It almost hit there, just went to about 1967. So for today, if gold prices manage to push up again, we could be looking at an initial near-term target price of 1,962, which is about $22 to the upside. And if gold prices continues to go down, it could be testing 1928 levels again, 1,928, which is about $11 to the downside. And further downside support would be at 1912 levels. Okay, so yeah, so oil prices yesterday has also been consolidating, not moving much. Has quieted down a bit. And as for the S&P 500, we saw that it was coming down for 1 day, 2 days, and third day was moving back up. And then after it found some resistance again, and then on Wednesday it came down. And for yesterday, this was Thursday, Wednesday, this is Tuesday. Tuesday it came down again, and on Wednesday it managed to find some support, went up. And for yesterday, it was still trading in this range. Okay, found resistance and then came down. So currently it's a bit quiet. Okay, so that would be the trading ranges for today. And also bear in mind that if you've made a good profits on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday or Thursday, you can just let the markets rest for today. Have a good rest yourself over the weekend, and come back fresh and energized and focused on next Monday. Okay, so again, thank you all for your time. I hope this week has been a good trading week for everyone, and I'll see you again next week for the latest market updates again. Have a good weekend, take care, and see you then.